One is called Badge of Dishonor. All right. Here are the roles.
Hold on, is somebody named Bill Badge?
And Joe Dishonor.
We haven't named anybody from this yet, but you can feel free. Okay, roles. 1, a charismatic, ambitious young beat cop. 2, the grizzled veteran partner of the first beat cop. 3, the beleaguered chief of police. 4, an internal affairs agent that's brought in to investigate a possible bad shooting involving the 2 beat cops.
All right, what's his morality and, I guess we can flesh that. Yeah. Okay.
Number 5, an angry DA that's out for blood. And number 6, an FBA liaison that was upset that the beat cops ruined their undercover op. So 2 beat cops, younger one, older one. Standard.
Hold on, older one? How far from retirement is he?
It said grizzled veteran.
Yeah. I think
2
weeks. This is like a Danny Glover situation.
Like, we call that retiring.
The standard beleaguered chief of police.
That's a horrible thing to say.
You're a loose cannon, McRubber.
The 2 beat cops, chief of police, internal affairs, DA, FBI liaison.
Well, I mean, I feel you're the best candidate for grizzled, Ryan.
I will take that as a compliment, sir.
I kind of like Jake as the...
I like Jake as internal affairs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Just cynical and always pissed off.
That's right, cynical, knows he's surrounded by crooks.
Yeah, and I gotta feel like I feel like Chris is the young ambitious go-getter, like new cop on the beat.
So you got Chris and I as partners?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm trying to rein him in.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. And he's like questioning how things have always been done, and you're like,
no, absolutely.
and it's kind of like a training day sort of thing, except maybe not evil.
Maybe.
Yeah,
because actually, the 2 beat cops are probably being set up.
Right.
Yeah.
By who?
So
Which one?
So I kind of like Doug as the young, ambitious beat cop.
I can see that too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he would be questioning a lot more than Chris.
Chris is definitely a go-along, get-along.
Yeah.
Well, let's also remember that chief of police is also probably grizzled. And maybe even older than the other guy.
Well, you could turn it around. Instead of the old cop being the corrupt one, it's the new cop that's the corrupt one.
No, or neither of them are corrupt, and it's like
It's
it's like the IA or
I
the
say the
DA.
DA.
I see, like they kind of stumble into some kind of broader criminal conspiracy.
That's right.
And okay, this is interesting, and that's why the FBI, the upset FBI, like that's so.
They don't know it at the time, but actually, what these cops stumbled into was
it was like a crooked FBI thing.
This is much bigger than you realize.
Yeah, exactly.
And it has to be either the police or the DA who set up the
Or
beat
in
cops.
cahoots.
Yeah, or in cahoots. I think that's also possible. But then we need a reason for the chief of police to want these guys gone.
Well, you see, they all went to college together.
We can explain by just saying the DA wants to get some prominent cases from a police force that's been accused of corruption and show that,
he's cleaned things up.
Clean things up.
Right, because he's got his
exactly.
Or maybe he's got his eye on the governorship or something.
Yeah.
Or it could just be a money thing, I'd put my neck on the line,
See, that's how
saving all these people, and for what? For $35,000 a year?
Yeah.
Remember, we still have the wild card of Scott House.
That's true. He could be. Well, so the DA, they're a prosecutor, right? So they could be disillusioned in the sense of they watch all these super rich ass defense lawyers get all these criminals to walk, and so that's part of their motivation for not caring about the system anymore.
They don't believe in justice.
They just don't believe in justice, so they're like, I'm just going to use this to get power and money. And then the police chief can come in on something, maybe, but.
Okay, so what was the last Dark Knight? And I just watched the Dark Knight series with my with Ernest, and there's Aaron Eckhart who was a police or he was a investigative attorney, a DA's attorney, state's attorney, and like turned out like he was a bad guy.
He turned into Two-Face.
Yeah, right.
Harvey
And then
Dent, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then there was somebody else who was like a DA who was bad. Anyways, okay. I'm like trying to draw on the motive.
Scott can play a stainless steel magnate who's trying to get cheap imports out from customs.
Oh, so it's a port town. Oh,
yeah, port
nice.
It's got to be a port
It's
town.
definitely a port town.
Yeah.
The bad shooting went down at like a shipyard.
And a Dunkin' Donuts. It's like a Boston cop movie, like everything
It's
else.
just one of those container ship things. Yeah. One of them like falls and it opens up and there's like either drugs or human trafficking or something going on. Or very affordable stainless steel knives.
Which they have not paid their tariff.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't 316 stainless steel, it's 304.
So Scott would clearly be running this illegal smuggling operation.
Yeah.
He's also got one man on the inside. But
Right.
it's the FBI, the internal affairs guy, the chief of police, one of the cops themselves. Everyone's a suspect.
All right, so which roles have we established?
Jake is internal affairs.
Okay.
Right.
That's so far.
So far,
but
internal
you're
affairs
the
is
old,
just-
you're the grizzled guy. You're
I
the
could
grizzled.
be, or I could be the chief of police who's also grizzled.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh.
I'm not trying to deny my grizzledness.
So we have two grizzled
What's
roles.
the role of the internal affairs guy? So far, he's just this shadowy person in the background.
Like
Right.
he knows that someone.
Well, he's the one directly investigating
The two
shooting
beat
that
cops,
went
yeah.
wrong.
Okay.
So then the
Somebody-
question is he
Is he
involved
corrupt?
in it?
Right, is he corrupt or
Or
is he clean?
is by investigating the thing, he starts to realize that powerful forces want him to find these two cops guilty of an inappropriate shooting, but he's seeing the evidence that actually there was more to it.
Yeah.
And like the FBI agent doesn't want to talk to him because it's like, no, these assholes fucked up my investigation. They set us back by months, and I don't trust you either. But then do they eventually have to like come to trust each other and work together?
This sounds more like the internal affairs agent would be friends with the young cop.
Okay.
Longtime college buddies from the academy.
Oh.
And he discovers this strange thing in the case and is telling his friend about it. He doesn't really buy in. But then the internal affairs agent ends up dead one morning.
Oh.
And that's what brings the cop and his partner in to dig deeper.
Okay. So you're basically going to be showing up for the intro of this movie and then bowing out, huh? Do you have something else on your movie schedule?
You know, there
He's
was
got
a
5
scheduling
other movies we've got to make.
Okay, well, we're still putting your name up in big letters. Starring Jacob Montgomery.
You don't have to end up dead in the first 10 minutes. You could make it to the half-hour mark.
Okay.
All right.
No, we're totally executive decision.
Yeah.
Here.
All right, so young beat cop, Chris or Doug?
I mean, I think the problem with me is I would be more likely to not so much like specifically outright question. I'd be like, okay, received wisdom, that's always good, but then when actually push came to shove, does not give a shit about the regulations or rules. Whereas Doug would be like, no, I want to obey the rules, but I need to understand why and more irritate the old
Right,
cop,
right.
like interrogate.
Okay.
I would see Chris as the corrupt young cop. The old one is just describing all the regulations and procedures.
But you don't know which one's corrupt.
No,
Right.
You don't know,
Right,
but
I think he's
I'm
saying
saying if
Oh,
Chris
I
was,
see, okay.
If Chris was the young cop, I see him as being the corrupt one
Right.
because he's critically thinking, like, that could work out. I bet it just twist that guy a little bit there and pay off good.
Yeah. No, and you could foreshadow that by having a beat where, like, he's telling me all the how things work that they don't tell you in your training, and I'm nodding along like I understand. But
Never
then
learned this at the
something-
academy.
That's right. But then some pivotal event, like some event will happen, maybe some minor unrelated crime, like a holdup at a gas station, and I cross the line a little bit. I don't follow what he said. And he's like, well, why didn't you listen? I'm just like, it didn't seem like the right thing to do to me. But then that's the foreshadowing that I actually don't care about the rules. Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
It's pretty
talk yourself out of it in the pitch meeting.
It's pretty non-conventional.
Yeah.
I think Doug as because part of the job description was being ambitious, and I could see Doug wanting to climb the ladder and Chris being like, "Fuck it, I just don't care enough."
I'm making a
I'm not here to
decent
make
living,
friends.
have I mentioned?
And plus, we can give Doug the line when the old cop explains things. Just have him say, "I have questions."
Yeah, right.
That's not what the DA says?
Yeah.
No, at first, we'll play that off a couple times like it's a joke, like it's to show how angered Ryan is getting at this, how irritating it is. But then at some other critical point where they've like learned to work together, and then either the police chief or the DA is explaining why,
they use it
like
as a
why
weapon,
they're wrong.
Uh-huh.
Like be like, I have questions, and then that's when they
By
start
that point, it's
unfolding.
become a catchphrase.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Doug is the young one and I'm the old one, then we need a chief of police, an FBI agent, and a DA, and we've got Dale, Neil, and Chris.
What did you say? FBI agent, chief of police,
And the
DA.
DA.
I think I would be a decent chief of police.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because specifically for this role, because I don't want to be chief of police. I just happen to be like there was.
Oh, you never asked for it. That's perfect.
There was like a 20-year gap in experience between me and the next oldest cop at the time, other than the grizzled old man who was really stringently put his foot down. So I got forced into the job, and
There we
so
go.
I don't
Interim
wanna be
chief
here.
of police.
And I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
like,
that's nice,
yeah,
right.
interim chief, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a chief,
That
the chief
creates
by
another
convenience,
motivation.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
did I
job
really
is-
want to do it?
Yeah.
Right.
And Chris stole it from me?
That's
Or is it what I wanted?
Yeah.
And he's doing me a favor.
yeah. I think it would work better for me if it was something I didn't want to do, and I didn't want to rock the boat, and that's why I'm both frustrated by this whole IA affair, and I definitely don't want you guys to continue looking into what you were looking into when the
Nope.
goddamn shooting happened.
Give me your gun and your badge.
That's right. Give me that gun and badge. You don't want you causing any more trouble.
But you know that's not going to stop Doug Densmore.
Oh, do it. Pension is on the line too. All right, can I do that? I don't know if I can do that.
I mean, like,
Contract renegotiation.
That works.
all right, you gotta flesh my role out a little bit more.
You're pissed. Doug and I have messed up your operation.
Yep.
You're yelling at Chris to
What's
get
the
rid of us.
operation? Was I investigating, or
You're
was
investigating Scott House,
Yeah.
smuggler,
I? Okay.
corrupt. You think probably somebody in the department is working with him, and that has led to the possible bad shooting of your partner, another FBI agent who was killed at the scene.
All right. And then what? And then Neil as the what?
DA.
Is the DA? All right. Like, help me out here.
He's pissed. He's also ambitious. He
Lot of
wants
anger.
he wants some convictions. He wants to clean up the department.
Yep.
Maybe he's part of the problem.
And I'm eyeing a run at the governorship.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So in private, you're just completely disgusted and fed up with everything.
All right. Now, what state is this? Because it could be the first. You're like angling to become the first Indian American governor of the state of Oklahoma.
Well, I was really seeing this.
no,
I'm
we were
actually
in
playing.
Boston,
I'm
though.
actually playing Mexican. Let's be realistic here. Not everyone can be Preet.
Yeah. It's right. So it's like a Texas Galveston kind of thing. That's where
It has to be in a port town.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Is Galveston the Texas?
I mean,
port?
Houston's the big port. Galveston is the one that would have, except for a hurricane happened.
Oh yeah. Right.
I was personally thinking LA, but you know we
LA.
can be flexible.
I was thinking Maine. Everyone could have New Orleans accents, like the Maine Justice sketch on SNL.
Main justice.
Yeah. All right, so we got that.
So what's the best story though? Who's actually
Who's actually running the crime ring?
Who's working with Scott House here?
And what is Scott doing?
Scott's just
Smuggling.
making money, smuggling.
Yeah, and he doesn't care who gets hurt in the process.
No, definitely
he just
not.
wants to keep getting away with crime.
Yeah. And there also has to be a shootout at the end because you know Doug and I aren't going to stop.
Yeah.
And I have to be like, I know I can't stop you. I might as well help you.
So here's the thing. How about this? Scott actually has 2 men working on the payroll. So let's say Jake and myself, or we could have any other combo.
Jake
except-
is the- Jake
Oh,
is
that's
the
right. Okay,
internal
okay.
affairs. So
Internal
he was-
affairs.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's good. Internal Affairs working with the DA.
Yeah, no, he was working with the DA, but then he had a change of heart, not really so much because of morals, but just seeing like how, like the degree of corruptness and how many people were being killed. He was like, I can't keep going along with this, and that's why he had to go.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, okay, it could be me, Jake's already dead, me and, wait, who are the cops again?
Doug
and Ryan.
Okay, so it could be me and Chris, who are really like corrupt, and we find out that we're each on the payroll, and we get upset because we want all of, like the money Scott's promised us, so we kill each other, and so they think
you're the DA and you're the police chief.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then the beat cops discover us, and then they think that it's just us masterminding everything, and Scott's away with it. But then the beat cops find out some piece of evidence. So just as Scott's about to board like a plane for like, I don't know, the Caribbean, they figure it out.
Then we have to make peace with Dale for the greater good of trying to stop this asshole.
I see. Right, because it's like we need the FBI resources to like bring this guy to justice. And I'm like, and what was the thing that you screwed up? What was the investigation that you?
Your partner got shot at a. We busted up your undercover operation to take down Scott House. So you still want to take him down.
I see. Okay,
But
so that's
you're pissed at us.
so it's like a kind of a temporary rift because but I still fundamentally want to put him away.
You're totally blaming us for your partner.
Right. So when the two cops go to you and say like, oh no, it's it's on Scott, and you're like, nope, there's no evidence, we can't do it. Like, Neil and Chris killed each other. There's nothing to tie it together. I think you'll want to see this.
Yeah, right. And then I must have some kind of like reflection where it's like I fucking hate those douchebags, but then I'm like, my old partner would have wanted me to like just put Scott away. Like he didn't give his life for Scott to get away.
There also has to be the scene where you and Doug actually come to blows, and I have to break it up.
We're all on the same team here.
Yeah.
We're all on the same team.
All right.
No, like Doug says something like when you're browbeating over things, saying like, why should I ever work with you? You got my partner killed. He says something that implies it was like something you did, your own lack of preparation, that ended up getting him killed, and that's when it comes to blows.
But they're trying to put this on me?
No, I'm saying Doug is just bringing that up like to defend himself against you saying that he got your partner killed.
Fuck that guy.
Exactly.
Grab that asshole by the lapels. Fuck him. I'm trying to bring down Scott House. Bill Stain, whatever his name is.
So then the very end of the movie, after Scott is killed in the final shootout in like self-defense.
Who gets killed?
Scott at the very end.
Okay, yeah.
And then the two cops and you are congratulating each other, and then the last scene is just like you see like the thing of a newspaper saying that like Scott is dead, and then you hear like a housekeeper say like something like, will there be anything else, or like, oh, like you've seen the news about your husband, and then
it turns out Sarah was
behind it the whole time.
Nice, good show. Yeah.
You have to set up a sequel.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, damn it.
Well played.
Very good.
All right, perfect. Okay, that's a wrap there.